Hey guys, how's it going? Masterbucks here. Welcome to another season and another episode of the Salford City Career Mode. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the EFL Championship. We've made it from League 2 back-to-back promotions in our first two seasons, and here we are on the cusp of maybe finally reaching the Premier League. And the team for this season, to be honest, actually doesn't look all that different, at least the starting 11 anyway. There's only one change, as you can see, at centre-back. We have got Javi Hernandez that we brought in on a free from Real Madrid, a 72 rated centre-back, now rocking with us in the Championship. The only other changes really to the starting 11 apart from this addition is the fact that we have got Thomas starting at centre attacking midfield. Richie Tao and of course Alex Moat are going to be the two centre midfielder options after the amazing end to the season that George Thomas had, winning us the FA Cup, scoring 2 in the last game of the season. Honestly, he's clearly a good player for me. I need to play him a bit more. So I'm going to do that. The only other change is with, losing a spot in the midfield 3, Shackleton's a great player for me, and I kind of am like, well, I don't want to take him out the starting 11. Where do I play him? I'm actually going to give him a go at right back. Even though he is a centre midfielder, he can play at right back. And I think with his abilities and with his play, the way that he plays, I think he might actually be a pretty good player for me in that position. And so I'm going to basically try him out at right back to start this season. If he flops, if he's no good, then we'll give the position back to Steven Sessegnon. But if he does okay, then quite possibly I might keep him there. It works brilliantly because Sessegnon can play right back and centre back, and we've also got Zach Medley on the bench who can play centre back and left back. So all positions in the back four are covered if we need to bring someone on. And yeah, we've also got Hughes as our backup goalkeeper still, a recent contract signing that we made. Ryan Ledson is joining us, so he's a centre defensive midfielder who, if we decide to switch to a more defensive formation, maybe swap the centre attacker mid for a CDM, then I can bring on Ledson or play him, rotate him every now and again. We've got Morgan Roberts, who's the high potential youth academy player I've been training up. He's now my backup or second backup centre mid. Charlie King, he might actually get a fair bit of playtime because he's a left winger and a centre attacking midfielder. So I might be able to play him and bring him on for George Thomas. Hopefully we can really start to kickstart his growth because he obviously is very unhappy. I'm going to try to keep him if we can. And then our backup striker is still Manny Diaz-Rouvray if we can find a way to improve. If I can get a slightly better striker than him, I'll take it. But for now, I'm still okay with him being in that position. And the reserves are sick as well. Watson's our third choice goalkeeper, although he's about the same overall, just a little higher rated than Hughes. I'm still going with Hughes as my backup. We've got Mason, Wood, Piergianni, Threlkeld, Luca Diao. We've got Kelly Wilson. So plenty of depth at the defensive or for our defenders. We've got plenty of good wingers and centre midfielders coming through. And at striker, we've got Rodney and Arthur McCall, McCall, I'm not 100% confident on that one, but he is also a backup striker for us who we sent away on loan last year. He went up by about 5 overall, 6 overall, so he should hopefully be okay as well. We are looking very good this season. That team is already a pretty decent Premier or, potential Premier League promotion team. I don't know how good they're going to be in the Championship. I doubt that we'll go on and win back-to-back titles. We only just want promotion however we can get it. With this transfer budget of 12.2 million and a 60k wage, we can really do bits with this. I would like to think that a lot of this has been all the prize money that we grabbed in the previous season that is thankfully transferred over. So yeah, we can really make use of this after, winning the FA Cup, winning the championship and doing all that. We were obviously going to get a pretty decent budget. I've made a couple of additions too, by the way, to my my transfer list, or my short list, should I say. There are some players that I might potentially go for, and the fact that we now have quite a fair bit of money, we can actually play around and just go and try to sign players outright. There's a mix of players I'd like to buy straight away, maybe potential pre-contract signings or guys that we can get on the cheap. So we'll look at that later in this episode. I've also gone ahead and updated my my manager's look just a little bit because I figured why not? I am using the realism mod again, shout out to Fifa, and that unlocks a whole bunch of different items of clothing. So I figured why not get a bit trendy with it? Got the ripped t-shirt that probably looks like it costs $1,000 even though it looks like it belongs on a homeless man, but I'm somehow rocking it. And I've also updated the kits a little bit. Fair play to Sky Sports Super 6 for sponsoring us for 2 seasons there. I appreciate it, but I felt like it was time to update it. So your boy TMB has come through with the sponsorship, and we'll be rocking these kits for the rest of the career mode with my logo on the front. I'm loving it. We've got plenty to look forward to in this episode. We are in, of course, a pre-season trophy or pre-season tournament, which will hopefully be able to add even more money to that $12 million transfer budget if we can hopefully go deep in this. And then in August, because obviously we won the FA Cup beating, I was going to say Liverpool, it was Tottenham, wasn't it? We'll be facing Manchester City in the Community Shield to start the season. I'm 100% playing that in this episode. Training this year is going to look, at least to start, a little bit like this. We've got McCall, we've got Staunton, who I think I might have been pronouncing wrong the whole time here. I'm going to figure it out, but just for the meantime, you know what his name is. We're going to train him up, these two, because they've actually still got promising potential. George Thomas does, Medley does, and so does Joe Worrell as well. I didn't actually think he had that high potential, but I'm training those two centre-backs up because that's my ideal centre-back partnership. With Javi Hernandez in from Real Madrid, I'm going to start him because he's considerably higher overall. But once Medley starts to close the gap, maybe I'll swap the two over, depending, because Medley's just having a player with that much height and size and presence is so good as a centre-back, especially when he's got a bit of movement. Like, he's got 75 sprint speed, the acceleration's decent, so he's a great centre-back for his overall. I'm going to train him up, hopefully get him even better. Decent overalls and results to start. George Thomas I'm also working on training up as well. And if you look at Arthur McCall's shot power, heading accuracy, finishing and attacking positioning, for a guy that's a more attacking player, a centre forward, to have overalls like that, it's kind of like Kelly in the previous season, a left back that had awful defending stats. So I'm going to be working on that for quite a while, and he's eventually going to become my second choice striker. That is depending on if we go and get anyone else in this transfer window, which we may very well do. We'll start getting into the pre-season tournament as well. I'm going to be playing my second team of youth players and a mix of second rotation players. Hopefully that'll help improve some morale as well. Like, for example, with Charlie King, we lost 4-0. That is one of the worst sim results I've ever had. And with my second team, oh my god, that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. Goodness, that is astonishingly bad. But we get a very interesting offer come through for Ronan Curtis, 12.4 million. The guy's only worth 9 million. He's 25 years of age, a left wing, left mid and striker, obviously. He's been a very reliable, useful player for us. But to get that much money for him, apparently I could get 35 million for him. You know I have to follow that up. If I could apparently get 30 million. And here we go. Your boy's rocking the the Monterrey, whatever, however you pronounce it, the Mexican club's rep. He's wearing like a nice suit and everything. I'm just rolling up with my shirt that's about 50 years old with 100 holes in it. Now look, I really don't think I am going to be able to get 35, even 30 mil seems outlandish and ridiculous. I'm probably going to, on this one occasion and one occasion only, I'm going to actually back my assistant manager or the guy that's saying I could get 35 million for him, even though I don't think I will. I'm not actually going to say 35, I'm going to say a flat 30 mil. Hopefully they don't completely walk out the door. This is more than double their offer. It's knocking on the door of triple what they initially offered. I think they're going to walk out at this, but if they don't, oh my god, this opens up so many doors. Holy hell, they come back with 19.8, 20 million basically, we're getting for this guy. That could be insane. I'm proposing a new transfer fee. I'm bumping it up to 22 million. That is it. If you can pay that, you can have him. If they go back down and don't increase it at all and say 21, I'm still going to accept that. But that 1 million could still go us and still help us out quite a lot. And they've gone and accepted it. A $9 million player we're selling for 22. This is huge. We just have to wait and see if it actually goes through. If it does, it's massive. And it also opens the door for Charlie King, who's an unhappy player, to get a spot in the starting 11 again. At least for the meanwhile anyway, as we once again do more training drills and McCall's up to a 62. And one of the players I was interested in, Fabio Silva, has received Porto have received a $34 million transfer offer. Even, if this deal goes through with Curtis, even I think then I wouldn't have enough money to go for him. Yeah, goddamn. Again, like I said, because I'm using the realism mod, we now have more realistic sums for these players. Again, a 72 overall striker, 18 years of age, has got a ridiculous amount of upside, and you'd probably see that player be sold for probably more than $34 million. That's only probably 25 to 30 million pounds. That isn't all too outlandish in this current market. So I say fair play. The career mode's gotten a little bit more challenging now, but we've got some cash to still splash, and we're going to need it too. I mean, check out Aiden O'Neill. This guy was probably worth about 2 to 3 million last season, and now with the updated mod, you know, a still youngish, decent Premier League player that has got a bit of upside. 8 mil, or apparently 6.5 mil, is still probably around about what you'd have to expect to pay. However, it does also mean that we might be able to find some pretty goddamn good release clauses, especially since we're 3 seasons deep now. Diogo Costa has an $8.1 million release clause. We could buy him and immediately sell him on. We can consider him an investment, but I don't need another goalkeeper right now, so I'm just going to keep my eye on that. 8 million, as good an investment as it is, that's, you know, so much of my money just gone right there. Tell you what though, if we end up selling Ronan Curtis, then okay, maybe we'll have a little bit more to play with. And if I could somehow find a way to sell Charlie Watson as well, I could apparently get only 6.8 mil for him. But if I could sell him for like 8 mil, cover the costs of getting him, then maybe I might go for it. Again, I kind of feel a bit bad because this guy does have good potential. I played him in 2 or 3 games, but it felt like in every game he just looked a bit shaky at the back and not as good as a 6'7" goalkeeper in Sean Hughes. So I honestly would be willing to try to move him on if possible. If it opens up the door for another high-rated goalkeeper who has good potential, I'm getting absolutely battered in these sim games right now. I tell you what, this is not looking pretty. We have yet another loan offer, but honestly, Arthur McCall's probably going to get some game time, so I won't listen to that. A transfer offer for one of my players though, Cathal Connolly, who doesn't, I don't know, he's got potential. Again, every Youth Academy player I promote has got somewhat decent potential, but probably not going to get much of a run. And Morgan Roberts' injury that he got in the last game is a 4-month-long injury. So we now, all right, so Shackleton's probably now going to have to go down to the bench. Sessegnon's going to have to start at right back because I need him to cover, I need a backup centre mid now. Wow, that one goddamn sucks. But okay, let's see if we can just squeeze a little bit more out of these guys. Maybe not 5, maybe more like 3 and that much, let's say, just to hopefully get a little bit more. And look, since the group stage, we're not getting out the group stage now, it's out the question. I'm just going to once again play my second team. We will see how much money we get, but going up against another first team, side against in England, or against an Italian team anyway. I believe they're first team, even though they're not, or first, you know, division, even though they're not that great. But they do beat us 2-0, and they had a red card in like the first 20 minutes. So we had an extra man for 70 minutes, and yet we still couldn't make it count. And can you believe this? It just gets worse. We have had those transfer talks break down. Ronan Curtis isn't going. That's 20 million gone in the space of just like that. And we only get how much? 1.5 million added to the budget. Unbelievable. If that Curtis deal had gone through, then I would have 100% bought out that goalkeeper's release clause and everything. Or maybe if we can sell my other goalkeeper, my God, I've already forgotten his name. That's right, Charlie Watson. Unbelievable how it's just swung on us so quickly. Bloody hell. Well, the next game is going to be against Man City in the Community Shield, so I'm still getting ready for that one. Now, one thing I'm going to use my money on to start is actually not transfers on players, but actually on scouts, because I do want to get rid of my 1-star judgment scouts, honestly. Just sort of get rid of them and hopefully bring in someone that's at least 3 stars. That's kind of what I'm after. I'm trying to improve it in all regards. We got 3, English 3-star judgment scouts at the moment, and I'm hoping to get someone a little bit better than what we've got. Although I don't exactly want to spend millions and millions on a scout either, so that is actually quite a fair bit. Oh dear. I'm probably going to go for 2-star experience, 2-star judgment scouts, and maybe if one of them's got 2-star experience and 3-star judgment, or vice versa, I'll go for that there instead. So Oliver Mason is the first one that I signed. We then have, here we go. We got a Croatian scout, 3-star experience, 2-star judgment. That too, I'll take as well. And the other scout is going to be, oh, there you go. Beautiful. Another 3-star experience, 2-star judgment. So he's from Austria, Ronald Binder. It's probably Binder or something, but okay, done. All right, we've just slightly improved the scouts as well. And now that we've got those scouts in and we're in the second division, I'm going to send them to the 5 big leagues in Europe. So those guys are now scouting France, I think Italy and Germany were the other 3 the other 3 nations that we sent them away for. We have a transfer offer now for Richie Tao from Wigan. Very interesting. They want him back. I think he was playing for Wigan. I'm not sure. But 5 million for him. But it's exciting now with these increased player values. There's so much more money that we're going to be playing around with. I'm excited. We're just going to pretty much get under 3 million for Connolly. I think I'll probably accept that. Hopefully it just goes through. Otherwise, that'll be annoying. And I'll reject this one for Richie Tao. Yeah, I need big offers like the one for Ronan Curtis to actually come through if I'm going to consider it for a starting 11 player. And oh my god, we get another one for Richie Tao. This one's from the MLS, Orlando City. He's a popular boy. And look at this. His market value's gone from being like a max of 7 or 8 million to like 13 million out of nowhere. And look, he's just gone up. He's just turned 30 years of age as well. Confirmation that Connolly's been sold. We only get 2 mil for him out of that, but still fine. Sessegnon, a loan for him, and a loan for Pedro Jesus. Guys, I'm not looking to loan at all. Very interesting. And then Charlie King has gone from being unhappy to boss, wanted to say thank you for my recent chances in the team. I knew that would help pay off. I'm proud of you. He's up to content now. Maybe I might be able to get him a new contract and lock him down for a little longer. That seems a bit low, but at the same time, he's only on like 800 or so bucks a week. That seems like criminal. In that case, yeah, sure. Does he go for it? Yes. He's happy to be a rotation player and a 5-year contract. Accepted. Done. It is done. God damn. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to sort out all the players on just 1 year with their contract as well. So like Sean Maguire, need to make sure I keep him. The same for Toffolo, Worrell. Pretty much every single one of those players, I'm going to try to renew their contract. Turns out the 13 million I wanted for Richie Tao was too much. Fair play. And the transfer offer for Moat, they want about 13 million for him. That's a little over his value. I could apparently get 28 mil for him, but you know what? Again, I'm not even going to bother. At this point, for me to consider a transfer, your offer pretty much has to be straight out the gate. The first offer, like, worth almost double a player's value. So yeah, there was so much potential for a lot of transfer activity. In the end, we've only sold 1 or 2 players as we approach the Community Shield final. Going up against Man City to start our 3rd season with Salford. Let's take a press conference. And again, looking like a daggy homeless person in that t-shirt as we get ready to take this presser. What's your comment on the speculation that Maguire refused to sign to Salford with another deal? Well, he didn't because he's still our player. Like, he did accept it, I 100% promise you. What are your expectations from this game? We'll put in our best effort, and if we get up, we get up. It'd be great, but I don't know. We'll focus on performance. We are very confident. We'll do all we can to win. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to go with. And then we had a bit of a poor preseason. Yeah, we did. We lost like all 3 games, conceded a grand total of 10 goals and scored none of our own. Who handles their emotion wins. How are things going to play out? Concentration was poor. We're hungry for winning. Yeah, sure. Felt like that was a pretty good answer. There you go. Whether or not we can do it against Premier League champions, that is just the question. And because this is also the 1st of August, this is typically the time I send away my scouts as well. So I think I'm going to do that as well. This time I'm going to send my actual English scout to England. Last time I didn't do it. I sent my slightly better Norwegian scout to England. This time I'm going to get the home scout. I'm going to send him to his home nation. Hopefully they'll do a little bit better for us. And these 2, where do I send them? I did say that there was a bit of a Spanish theme appearing in this Salford team, so we might actually send the scout away to Spain for a bit. These are all costing quite a fair bit too, like 700,000 now. 9 months, I'm going to send that away as well. And we'll maybe keep the sort of, that sort of, you know, vibe going here with Portugal as well. We'll see if we can send Dahl away for 9 months to Portugal too. But now has come the Community Shield final. I'm going to be playing Muric to start in goal. Hughes is the backup, obviously. And I've still got Shackleton playing right back. I still want to play him at right back in this game. Of course, I was thinking about putting him in the midfield after we lost Morgan Roberts to injury. But instead, I'm going with Arvid Lund, who is the Norwegian, pretty high potential centre midfielder that we scouted, and he's got 5-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, nicely well rounded with his stats, to be honest with you. 60 overall, 61 overall, and only like 2 or 3 less overall than Roberts was. So I reckon he maybe won't be that bad a backup. I might actually try to train him in further drills a little later on down the track, but for now, that is the team that we're playing. This is our strongest starting 11 team as I see it right now. So let's get into this Community Shield. We return to Wembley Stadium. The last time we were here, we lifted up the FA Cup. Now we take on Man City in a Community Shield. A few names and players and faces I wasn't expecting to see, like Curtis to the right there, who I thought we were going to sell for 20-something million. He's in the team. It's pretty much the exact same starting 11 that we almost played for the final, except Shackleton's at right back, and we've got George Thomas at centre attack in midfield, really, and Hernandez at centre back as well. And this Man City team looks strong, honestly. Like, it looks like probably the best team they could put out, or close to. As we look at their starting 11, Edison in goal, Cancelo, Coates is at centre-back. He always pops up in the random points in career mode. I've got Angelino at left-back, though, that's interesting. Alex, or whatever, Garcia is in centre midfield. De Bruyne, Rodri, and their front three is still ridiculously strong. Well, let's begin this then, everybody. It is the Community Shield against Man City. We've scored some big Premier League scalps so far in this career mode. Do we get another one? Great tackle from Toffolo. There isn't really the option I wanted, but Jesus is there. The stop and turn maybe is the right option. I'm going to try it. Nah, in the end, the angle's too tight, and it's right at Edison. Richie Tao. Oh, Jesus has come out of that somehow. On the better end. Lovely stuff. Is there a cross on at the back stick? I'm going to try it. Decent delivery, punched away by Edison. I'm not going to shoot here. Maybe now, though. Not a bad effort to create the shot, to create the chance, but blocked anyway. There's that cross, headed away. Chase down is Richie Towell, and he's off here. And Maguire. Come on, mate. We may have played him through brilliantly here. Coates just gets there. A little more power needed on the through ball, and we probably score there. They got a corner. Are they going to play it short? Yes, indeed, they will. Sterling trying to stick in front of him here. Stopping whatever they're looking to do. Jesus plays it out here. And that is, oh my God, brilliantly worked. Here goes Thomas. Thomas is away. He's my Wembley expert. And bang. And oh my God, it got saved. But on the fast break, wasn't the best of finishes. We always had to make that one count. What a counter-attack. This man is getting all my goals for me right now. George Thomas, you are a hero in this stadium, son. Love it. Just ran and ran and ran. They weren't going to catch him. Maguire was almost open for the sweat. And that shot was damn close to Edison in the end. Didn't matter though. Was hoping he'd get more in the side netting. That's not the best of finishes. A little nick, but it still goes in. What a counter-attack from the corner, and we lead 1-0. They're really pressing me hard here, Man City. I mean, it works out that time. They make the interception with Rodri, but it just leaves them open to attack so much. Like, I actually almost prefer playing against this playstyle. Yes, if I make a mistake, I'm 100% going to get punished for it. But if I don't make any mistakes, it means I get so many more chances to score. Look, here we go. Bang. There's not a lot of power in that one, but we'll play it one more. That's perfect. Maguire. Bang. It's 2. That's what I'm talking about. Man City, that's not going to work against us. We are the team that will defeat the Gengen pressing curse in football. We're just better than it. We lead 2-0. A fast counter-attacking team that can get past the press, that can beat the press of these better teams, will eventually, so long as their finishing's on point, make them pay. And he's done it. That time the shot's so much better. And boy, do I look up right now. I'm very happy on the touchline. Fist pumping and everything. Not looking so homeless anymore, am I? Oh, Worrell, what a tackle. Don't tell me we're going to get a chance here. Oh, referee. We could have made it 3 there. We had, what, 2 defenders back there for Man City? And I had 2 options up as well. It was essentially a 3-on-2. Wow, we lead 2-0 in the I keep calling it the Carabao Cup. Why? The Community Shield final. And we've been by far the better team. This is astonishing. I'm not bullshitting when I say this. I prefer to play against the bigger teams because they actually go for games. They try to press. They let themselves open at the back. And that gives you opportunities to score. Yes, it means you might concede a fair few more if you make the mistakes, like I said. But if you're playing well, you're not making mistakes, then it's nothing to worry about. Oh, he's skipped on past me there. And now I've got a bit of an outnumbered situation going on here. Shot on target. Muric gets the save. This is concerning. Is he going to be on side here, Bernardo Silva? He may be. It might get me on a counter-attack. Oh, boy, there's no one in the way except for Joe Worrell. Big Joe. Come on. Oh, no. He made the block, but the ball got tangled between the 2 of them. God damn it. What happened? What a block. But I went to go to clear it, and I couldn't. And then, oh, my God. De Bruyne got the ball back. And then just slipped in, who was it? Kun Aguero that scored. He made a great block, and then it just got stuck between the 2 of them. Worrell couldn't clear. Bad back pass. Oh, no, we are going to get it. We are going to get it. Could be a chance. That's a heavy through ball. Saved by Edison, mate. Just a little less on that. Now they're bringing on Sane, and they're going for it. They're taking off a left back and replacing him with Sane. They're going full send for this. Come on, lads. Hang on. Hang on, boys. Please, I beg. Sane's in front. Sane scores! Oh, I saw it. I saw it the second the defender of mine didn't get in front of Sane. that he would get that chance, and he squeezed it in. Unbelievable. Like, literally. Just saw it happen. Cross. The defender's there. Is it? I'm not sure who it is. Is it Pedro Jesus? You've got to stick in front of them. He didn't. And there it is. 88th minute, late goal to tie it up, and I think this is going to penalties. I don't think they're going to have the time. Ref, you better not give it to him. Ref, you better not. You better not. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Referee, oh my God. He's played it too far back. Thank you, referee. Jesus Christ, you didn't need to give me that heart attack. Well, so be it then. It's a penalty shootout. Leroy Sané's 88th minute goal has sealed it for them. Let's do this then, baby. We're going to go first. Maguire will go for that top right-hand corner. Bring it down a tad. Perfect finish. There you go. Lovely start. De Bruyne is going to go left. He's going to chip and miss. Oh, what a start. Worked well for me last time. Richie Tau, can you do it again? Yellow time, but still in the top corner. Right now, their goalkeeper's just not missing. Oh, they go right this time. Their goalkeeper's not moving is what I meant to say. Now it's Pedro Jesus' turn. I'm going to keep going into this top right-hand corner because it just continues to work for me. Green, yellow time, and it's in. Pedro Jesus' penalties are so good, man. Sané, we go the right way, it's a save. We score this one, we win. Are we about to lift up yet another piece of silverware here at Wembley Stadium? Moat going for that bottom left-hand corner. He finds it perfectly. The keeper goes early and we win. It's a near perfect penalty shootout. Man, we had our hearts broken right there, or potentially broken when Sané scored that headed goal, but we've done it. Get in, lads. We have beaten another Premier League team, and not for the first time have we taken down Manchester City. We are just the giant killers. That's what they need to nickname us. This team is special. Richie Tau gets to lift up the Community Shield. It's yet another trophy. Technically a trophy. We're counting it. We're saying it's competitive. I don't care. Yet another one. Won at Wembley. And our first game in the championship is only a few days after the Community Shield. I honestly did not know this, or I forgot about it. And then we only have a game 3 days after that as well. And oh my goodness me, this is a big one. A $50 million offer for Muric, and I could apparently get 75 to 150 million. Are you kidding me with that? Sorry, mate, you have got to be taking the piss. Man City are willing to spend 100 million on Muric. That means he would be, I gotta know what my currency conversions are. That's essentially 70, 80 million. That's about what they're paying for mid-80 rated goalkeepers like, you know, Ariza Balaga to Chelsea and Courtois to Real Madrid, like those sort of numbers, for if I could get even in the middle of that range. You know that I have to try this. I have to make this happen. I love Muric. He's been a great goalkeeper. He's literally been outstanding for us. But this amount of money is unbelievable. I'm going to come straight out and counter offer for exactly 100 mil. Like, I'm going to do it. This apparently is 50 million less. Like, there's no way they'd accept 150. 100 million might actually, they might be open to countering and coming back at us with something. I'm in a daggy t-shirt owned by a homeless person with a billion holes in it, discussing $100 million deals. Now have a look at this. I offered 100 million. They've come back at us with literally almost exactly what they originally offered and a sell-on clause. Are you serious? I know he's been on fire lately and he's been the #1 goalkeeper for... Alright, yeah, this isn't going to happen. I might still be able to get about 60 million for him, hopefully. The deal is either going to be made or lost here, mate. What are you going to go with? Yep, they walk out. I could have got him for 150 million, according to my chief executive, or like whatever. That was never going to happen. Okay, so the $150 million deal is over, or the potential. I counted for what, 100? Yeah, alright, fine. Well, that would have been insanity, but okay. We're going to leave it here now. The start of the championship is going to be in the next episode. We'll see if we can actually make some transfers now in it as well, because we really kept things pretty light in terms of transfers. There were some big moves on, but nothing really happened. Till the next video and the next episode of the Salford City Career Mode, my name's Master Bucks. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.